Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I am in my AMX 54 and we are in a 4-man platoon. Yeah, that's right. We got Thyderion in the platoon. Drewski joined, Oops joined. The only one we're missing is Gilby. Although I don't know if Gilby will return to the game. I don't know why he quit. If he was burned out or whatever. Or if his life just got busy. But nonetheless, we got a 4-man platoon and we're going streaking. No, we're not going to run around naked on the camera for you. I know that's disappointing to some of you. What I mean when we're going streaking is when we all used to play together, we would try to see how many games we could get in a row, and then we also laid down some ground rules. So there has to be at least one tank that's a constant. So generally the platoon lead would have to pick the same tank, but it didn't have to be the platoon lead, but there had to be one tank that was always picked the same. And then secondly, at least one platoon mate had to be alive at the end of the game. So generally that has changed a little bit over time. Like if it's a 14-2, I guess it can't be 14-2. It's like a 10-2. There's only 2 guys left, and then you decide to go all in your one shot. You could have just sat in the back and did nothing, but you decided to actually push up. All right, so we look for a shot on that IS-7. Don't find it. I don't know if I can pen the IS-7 here, so I go for a shot there with the APCR round, and sure enough, I pen him into the viewport. Which is interesting. I never even knew that this was a spot that you could reliably pen the IS-7. I mean, you definitely have to be in a tank that the gun is higher, looking down into that, I imagine. If you're trying to shoot up into that viewport, it's really not going to happen for you. Alright, so Drewski takes the middle. Thyderion and Hoops takes the city. And really just going to hold this. We had a lot of tanks go to the left, but really the plan was to push the 1 through 3 line until our whole team went that way. Now we just have to hold this. They do have a lot of tanks over here, and we'll see if they want to push. Sure enough, right as I say that, IS-7 comes. Here comes a 268. This is going to hurt, but I can take one of his shells for sure. Let's hope that he misses. Alright, he's an auto-lock machine. So rather than aiming at me, I think he just thought that he could penetrate through the front of me. And he just auto-locks, bounces his shell, and then I'm able to use this rubble pile. Now he's got heat loaded, and he probably thinks, well, I don't have to aim my heat shell, do I? Like, my heat shell should just automatically go through wherever I aim. Unfortunately, we're not able to get the shell into him fast enough. We do run the smaller gun on this tank. And now they push the 1 line. I think they didn't have enough tanks there. Our tanks won. And now they're making the push up the 1 line. And really it is 9-2 right now, so it's kind of a joke. Able to get a shot into that STB, shut him down. Looking for a shot in the IS-7. At this point, Drewski's like, hey, who's gonna take second place in this match? And I'm like, I don't know, dude, I'm having a decent game. And he's like, no, you don't understand. So I have to race in here and try to get as much damage as I can, hopefully to knock him off his pedestal, if that's really truly where he is. So we come in behind, we get the shoot at the IS-7 with an auto lock. He turns just in time, shoot his rear drive wheel, get a ram into him, shoot him in the butt. Thyderion comes, rams him in the front, back up, get a pen into his side, ram, should go for some more ram damage. And our E4 shuts him down. So I'm almost up to 4,000 damage, 2,000 blocked. Thyderion really was the point man there. You can see he's beat to crap. He was just taking shells for me so I could get my gun active, keep my gun active. And he hasn't played for a while. So really, he decided to take the Panzer VII because he feels like, A, he's got a good gun, good reliable gun, and good armor, and he's not too slow. And really what he was exceptional in, and still is good, is his heavy tank. So compare, Drewski threw down 6,000 damage from the middle, which is a sexy place to be if they let you sit there. I think Hoops was in his Death Star in that one. I think he switches it up here. But I maintain my 54. Thyderion maintains his Panzer 7. I think Drewski stays in his 57, but he'll later switch to his Patton. And then Hoops jumps in his E5, I think, in this battle. So we get Pilsen, and we're pretty much all in heavy tanks. So I'm like, all right, we can't lose Pilsen. In our heavy tanks, like, we have to carry this. Pilsen is one of my favorite, I think it is my favorite heavy tank map to play. You still need support as a heavy tank. Obviously, that's on any city map. If you get out-rotated by the Reds, you're going to lose. So you have to have support in your heavies. Alright, so we're going to head to the left side. To me, the field is worthless on this. Even in like scouts and medium tanks, I would rather be in this 1 to 4 line supporting my heavy tanks, getting through it. Because once you win this side, you can cover both bases and you can stay hull down in G3 and D3 or D4, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so we got a good mix of tanks here. I'm in my 54. It's got below average, or it's probably got average armor for a heavy tank. No, it's below average armor. But it's got good mobility. Thyderion's in his Panzer 7, which has above average armor and subpar mobility. And then Drewski's in his T57, which has good mobility, amazing gun, and pretty trollish armor. So we want to take this E4 out. We shut him down, and then all of a sudden the Reds just pour in. Now we have 2 tanks on the 1 line, but we let Thyderion and Hoops know that we are going to be hurting here. And Hoops says, Thyderion, we just got to go. We just got to go help him. Trying to cover Drewski. I feel like they're trying to kill him because they know he's got a dangerous gun. And unfortunately, I'm not able to block all the shells. So I'm just trying to delay the inevitable here. Hoops comes around, kills the 111 and 114 behind us. I let him know that this FE215B and the 5A are chewing me up. I'm able to bounce the 5A shell, and then right as that FE215B is almost loaded, he's looking for a shot on me, but Thyderion shuts him down, and he didn't even shoot at them. You see he held his bullet for me because he knew how important it was to take me out. I don't know, I think he would have had to get a pretty decent roll to kill me with 470, but nonetheless, Hoops jumps in front of the gun. Thyderion comes around the corner and they both shut him down for me. Keeps me in the game, and now this 268 is left helplessly by himself. And Hoops snags that kill. I shoot Hoops in the side of the head. And we actually won the field too. They just had a lot of tanks stay on their base. So even though they had a ton of tanks over here, it wasn't enough to take us down, and it was very nice awareness by Hoops to get him and Thyderion moving in to help us out, help me out. They didn't come to help Drew out. Drew was dead before then. But we're up to 4,800 damage, 1,300 block. Not as much blocked in this game. 400 assist. That shot gets me up to 5,200 damage. Get to endgame stats here. So I was going to do like just a huge long video marathon and do our whole streak, but I've decided to cut it up into chunks. So I don't remember if I told you how many games we won, so I won't let the cat out of the bag. Our old record was 14. That was made by me and Hoops. We were in our KV4s. Yes, KV4s. We won 14 games straight without both of us dying. It was pretty amazing. And then Gilby, Drewski, and I matched that. I was in my Mutant, Drewski was in his IS-6, and Gilby was in his KV-5 Gornich. But I'll quit babbling. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.